Hey, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. This video is going to go in the FAQs and the playlist. I get this question all the time, and I'm just going to address it in the video. This goes out to Plutonium Core. Glendon, I like watching your videos, they're pretty funny, but I was wondering, if the auction hunters showed up on your turf, would you give them a run for their money? It just seems like they come in and steamroll over other potential buyers. So if that went down, you should bid them up or something. Alright, let me break that down. These are television shows. That is, in some aspects, so far removed from the real storage auction business that the things you see, I wouldn't even do. Okay, let's talk about giving them a run for their money. If you noticed, in auction hunters, they always win. That's not going to happen in a real storage auction. There are going to be days you're going to lose. I had my highest rated video is the worst unit I ever bought that I lost my ass on. You know, $800 down the drain. So, as in terms of giving them a run for the money, put it this way. Say it was a few years ago, and by the way, I'm out of the business. I don't buy units anymore. I had like a deal with a few people that I was they would buy and I would follow them to people I knew. But I've been out the business since July 17th, 2009. But go back a few years, I still had my business. I still wouldn't be able to beat them on the show. You know why? Because it's their show. And if you don't play by their rules, guess what? You're not going to be on the show. Let's just be real. It's not going to happen. They win for a reason. So that's the deal. And just to follow up with that, what you see on television should not be your barometer of what you're going to do. That's the deal. I mean, also something else I want to talk about. It's one thing to travel 2 or 3 hours from where you live to go to an auction, but to go clear across country to buy units in a foreign and hostile territory, because I have a lot of people who bought my book who live in Dallas, and Dallas is a heavy duty town. There would be no just walking in and rolling over some of these folks. That ain't gonna happen. And I recently caught up with auction hunters because I DVR this stuff, and they actually went to Dallas and they went to a vault auction, and I looked at that just economically and from a logistics standpoint. You're gonna go into a town, all you have, or you're supposed to have, is just the auction listing, a name, and you're just going to show up at the right auction. There's so much research that goes into this, and you know, there's a little bit of luck. I just don't see how it works. Now, like, take Storage Wars. They're not having their guys travel the country. What they're doing is going to certain markets and getting people who are already there who are buying units. Makes a hell of a lot more sense, because logistically, the furthest I've ever went was 3 hours, and it was a nightmare because I bought 6 units. I had to take 2 27-foot trucks down there and barely got all that shit on there, and spent more on diesel than I did on the units. So, you know, there's a lot to that. There's a lot to that. But as for cleaning the clocks of any of these guys who are on the shows, understand, if you're going to have an apples to apples comparison, it needs to be the same deal. The TV shows present the best of the best of the best of all possible outcomes, and that's just not reality. Not every day. So, you know, hopefully that answers your question, because I had a totally different business model, and actually I will speak on that. You can't sell everything. You buy it in the morning, sell it that night. That doesn't happen. It didn't happen to me. There were some things I moved very quickly. There was some stuff I bought in the morning, put on eBay, and it sold that night. That happens, but everything? that's a little unrealistic. You know, you could expect to hold on to some stuff for a few weeks. Part of the reason is you don't even know what you have until you clean out the unit, and that's going to take time. Then you have to sort it, and you have to do those. There's a lot to it. This business is not as easy as so many would have you to believe, that you could just go out there with your swagger, your smile, and a pocket full of money and win. It's more to it than that. A lot more. Alright, but hey, thanks for the question. I appreciate it. It's just something else I can put on the playlist. So next time I get that question, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Alright, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions.